Yeah, I think we're full on into the spooky realm right now. So I think as viewers will be listening to this, we are there at Halloween.
So how are you guys going to spend your Halloween?
I'll be working.
Ooh, what about you there, Beardo?
I'm off on Halloween actually this year,
Good shit.
so I have the day off.
Nice.
I'm probably going to pick up a pumpkin and carve it,
Yeah.
and give out candy this year at Halloween.
That sounds
what I'm gonna
about the same for my wife and I. We'll be celebrating our 3rd wedding anniversary.
Oh, nice! Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Yeah, we're probably just gonna be just handing out candy, carving pumpkins. That's what sounds like the plan this time around. We figured out very early that we cannot really like go out for dinner or anything on Halloween, or else like our poor dog gets put through so much shit.
Oh yeah.
So like, maybe if we celebrate, we'll go like the day before or something like that. So, but yeah, that's our plan for the most part. No, what about you? How are you celebrating Halloween this year?
He's gonna be handing out pumpkins and carving candy.
So I have a problem with monsters knocking on my door, so I'm probably not throwing rocks at them as they come to my house. For some reason, they always carry bags of candy, though.
Maybe they recognize you as one of their own.
I hear if the bigger the candy you throw at them, the faster they run away.
Usually I just hop a decent-sized rock at them, say, "Get out of here, Loch Ness Monster! I ain't got your tree fitty for you." And then I get a free bag of candy. I get really disappointed though when it's mostly Tootsie Rolls.
Getting full-size candy bars for Halloween was so the shit growing up. That's when you know you did good that night, where it's like, oh, I don't have these little like thumb-sized candies. I got like a whole damn Kit Kat bar to myself. Fuck you, shit.
It was probably like when I was 9 or 10, I got a king-size Payday.
Ooh, shit. King-size.
And that's my favorite candy bar.
Really?
And I was like, a king-size Payday trick-or-treating? Like, I'm going to live like a king.
For about 5 minutes.
Hey, whatever, it's delicious.
No, absolutely.
What's in that anyway?
Just peanuts and caramel, I think. Definitely peanuts.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like a peanut caramel bar, a little bit of, maybe there's a little bit of nugget in it. I don't think so though. I think it's just peanuts
peanuts and caramel. Sounds like a O. Henry bar without the chocolate drizzle on top.
And they're super protein packed. They're great.
Absolutely delicious, but you're gonna have to like drink like milk with it though.
Yeah, I mean it's
right out your mouth real quick. It's definitely salted peanuts.
Yeah.
They're not raw. Speaking of raw, welcome to the Bpgn podcast, coming at you live, baby, at our pre-recorded podcast. I am Gnome with your co-hosts, Deputy Chronoton.
Yep, that's me. Hello.
And Big Red Gamer.
How's it going, people? Happy Halloween.
His name you get right. It's fine.
Yeah. And our special guest, whom someone was really high for last time he was on, made an absolute fool of himself. The host, not him. Beardo.
Hi.
All right. We're starting off on the strong foot.
It is a pleasure to have you here once again, Beardo. Reoccurring guest.
Third time.
This is the third time. Yeah.
Think about it. Our very first season, like Captain and I, we were talking about this on our last episode, that you were our first guest for Halloween on our first season. And then the season following afterwards, you were with us for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then now you're back for Halloween again, baby.
So that was 2 years ago?
2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago already, man.
2 years ago. Wow.
Time flies. We're having fun.
It is wild that we've been doing it for this long. It really is.
Yeah. And no one has taken our crazy asses off the air yet.
Joys of the internet.
I say that now, and like the comments are gonna flood. Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, you're banned from the internet.
We're all just gonna have to jump ship.
I can tell you where they can stick their recommendations of taking us off the air, and that's up their ass. Because I'll just ignore it. They can complain to me all they want. They probably have. I just have no idea. Slip under the radar. I'm just here to have fun and piss people off. At my own amusement.
And you're good at it.
You're good at it. You're flawless, man.
It's one of my superpowers. That and making an already awkward situation even more awkward and painful.
You're flying with magic carpets, my friend.
Yeah. Flying high,
very own Norm Macdonald right here.
No, he usually has something funny, but the joke ends here. So there's a sudden stop. He has a funny punchline. I don't.
So, seeing as we have a special guest, fellas, I think it's time for another round of My Dad Could Kick Your Dad's Ass. And being that it's the season of Halloween, it is Slasher Edition. Yes. Some of them may be papas, maybe not, but their dad's in our heart. They could do it. So, with our guest here, you will be the judge, and Big Red is stepping into the ring this time around. So, I think the way we did it last time, we gave you, I think there was 3 rounds, 5 minutes each. And it was introductions for the first round. Second round was basically how would you take out your other opponents, and then the last one, creativity on how you would dispose of them.
I think we also offered a 1-minute rebuttal.
Yeah, that's true. Midway after,
after round 2, I think we were offered a 1-minute rebuttal if we wanted to, if someone had really claimed something about our dad.
Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So, Beardo.
Yes.
Are you ready for the opponents to step into the ring?
I was died ready.
So, who are you going to call on first to bring in the first opponent?
Let's go the captain.
All right. So, and I literally have a screen pulled up here where I'm double checking my research. I am bringing in Charles Lee Ray, also known as Chucky.
Nice.
The Killer Doll. Charles Lee Ray, for those who are not familiar, is a serial killer born in Hackensack, New Jersey. He committed his first murder at the age of 7 when he killed his own mother to impress another serial killer. He then studied voodoo, and on a fateful night in 1988, I believe. Yep, 1988, in Chicago, he is shot down by a police officer in a toy store, and he prays to Damballa, the voodoo god, to let him transfer his soul into the body of this doll. And since then, he has died and 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 died. And you know what? He always comes back. Chucky is nigh unstoppable. He has got the creativity in any situation. And let's face it, every single person he's killed is bigger than him because he's a doll. So yeah, Chucky, he's got the longevity. He's been at it for decades. Most of these other serial killers, they're flash in a pan. They can't last as long as Chucky. So that's why he's going to kick both your dad's asses. I cede my time.
Okay. That was fucking strong. I will say that. That was fucking strong. All right. Who's your next one there, Beardo?
Let's go with yourself there, Red.
Okay. Walking in tall like a brick shithouse from Crystal Lake, Jason Voorhees. Coming in hot. Same as Chucky. He's been around since the 80s. hacking and slashing horny fucking teenagers at that lake, no matter how many threats, how many warnings have been going on. He has always died and come back again, and again. He keeps on coming. The guy has such brute strength. The man's been to space, for fuck's sakes. Manhattan. The guy knows how to get around. So, I'm sorry, Captain. I love the little Chucky. But I think that fucker's gonna be, like, skipping across Crystal Lake pretty soon here. No? What you got?
Oh, I was waiting to be called on. I'm going with Mike Myers. He's in one iteration. He is standing at 6'7" tall. The dude is an absolute monster, and much like a battered woman, he keeps coming back for more. You can kill him, and he just keeps coming back. The man has slashed his way, killed his own family, chased after his own sister, and the man just is like a mass murdering train. He just does not stop. The stabs keep on coming, and they don't stop coming. The dude is a monster of a man. I think you would take both of them on. No contest.
I don't know, Val. I don't know. Okay. So, Beardo, with round one, we're all given 5 minutes each. Who would you like to hear first on them attacking whom?
Start with Gnome.
Okay, Gnome.
All right. Well, he's gonna start off with Chucky and just boot that little bastard through a window. Take out that little guy right off the bat. No questions asked, just asses to be kicked. And then he's gonna move on to who'd you say was Jason Voorhees?
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna stab him, and then he reanimates and stab him again. And there's nothing he can do except come back to life just to be stabbed again. And then Chucky's going to come through that window after about a 5-minute walk from the neighbor's house to get booted out a second time.
Who's up next?
Let's go, Captain.
Ding,
okay. So the first thing I want to bring up is him saying that he was going to just boot Chucky out of the house. Chucky is empowered by the strength of Damballa. He may be a doll, but that doesn't mean you can toss him around like one. This doll can throttle and strangle a full-grown adult with his little doll hands. So that is not going to be an issue. Also, in at least the case of Jason Voorhees, he is already dead, which means that voodoo is very, very easy to use on the dead. If Chucky really wanted to make the fight even against Michael Myers for a moment, he could Ade Due Damballa, give me the power, I beg of you, and put his consciousness into Jason's body and then just go fucking ham. We also saw in this last season of Chucky that if a Chucky really wants to, they can get buff as fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Buff Chucky was terrifying.
I forgot about that.
He was ripped as fuck. He was like young Arnold in Hercules. He was big as fuck. So
Arnold.
He'll slash you up. He's also gotten very creative recently. He just recently killed someone by shoving an umbrella down their throat and then opening it and causing their neck and head to pop open. Glorious.
That's a fucking fatality right there.
Oh,
yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Listen up.
So he's super creative, so it doesn't matter if you're a Deadite like Jason or the personification of evil in one movie, or just a decrepit old man who gets his shit kicked in by a fucking punk teenager, as Michael Myers does. Chucky's going to get you. And you know what? Even if you manage to kill him, he'll be back. He always comes back. That's my
another ass whooping.
All right. Fair enough. Okay, so I will tell you fellas right the fuck now. Jason Voorhees, for every time he has come back from the dead, he grows stronger and much stronger. Now, sure, you may have the heart of Damballa, there, Chucky. But for him, his strength grows and knows no bounds. For creativity as well, if he decides to hide in the sleeping bag, he will grab that sleeping bag and just whack it against trees and send you flying right into the river. Let you sink down below. And as for Michael Myers, Captain did bring up a good point. Whether the personification of evil or an old decrepit man, I think the fact that a confused teenager bodied Michael Myers in a sewer
and took his mask like he was a bitch. Sorry, I stepped back.
It's all good. I appreciate the help. Voorhees won't have to do very much to take out Myers. I'm sorry. Like, it's going to be fun. It's going to be brutal. It says, like, right here that he could fling a full-grown man by his arm with enough force to rip his limb out of the socket and send him flying. So,
good thing he's a full-grown man. He's a freak.
Oh, no. He's a full-grown man. He's a brick shithouse.
Talk about my guy.
Oh, fair enough. But, all right. I think I've said my piece on that one.
Does anyone want to offer a rebuttal to any particular claim? I have one thing I would like to bring up.
As would I. That thing in the sewer, shit happens, all right? Not everyone can be on their top game all the time.
Okay, Grandpa.
He's gotten beaten repeatedly, and he comes back for more. All right. But Chael Sonnen, he's a UFC fighter. He's won almost every single round he's ever been in the cage. But he's lost some fights because, you can't win everything. Of course, sooner or later, someone's going to get the best of you when you least expect it. And it happens. Shit happens. But Mike Myers, once again, he got his head cut off. Guess what? He came back, baby. Ready for more.
That wasn't him.
That wasn't him.
That wasn't him. That was a paramedic that he put the mask on.
Ah, shit.
Misdirection.
Well, all right. There goes my argument.
That was Michael Myers' version of grifting.
Okay, what I want to bring up is kind of what we're talking about here with the Michael Myers. There are multiple different timelines in terms of the Halloween franchise. True. And what's canon and what's not. Same thing with Friday the 13th. There's 2 different franchises of it now.
Right.
And the rules change throughout. Chucky has maintained the same continuity since the very first movie. He has learned from every single thing that has happened to him over that 30 years. And those decisions, some still haunt him. Mm-hmm. And some he is using to his advantage now. But he has remembered every single thing that has ever happened, which cannot be said for Jason or Michael.
Okay. So, with Voorhees...
Is that also Michael Myers is smart enough to have a scapegoat and get that gets killed so in his place, is what I'm hearing as well.
I will say, though, yes, Voorhees has had a very messy past with his franchise. His creativity, though. I mean, Chef's kiss. Chef's fucking kiss. The cryo kill in Jason X, that is still the most badass kill. Next to being stuffed in a sleeping bag and slammed against 2 freaking trees like a sack of potatoes. The creativity does not stop there.
Does he get his mom as a power-up as well? Because he didn't even make an appearance in the first movie. His mom did all the ripping and tearing for him.
Right, but once she died, that's when we finally got Jason the second one.
It's canon, just to kind of tangentially turn off here. It is canon that Jason is a Deadite.
Oh yeah,
like,
I remember reading that up.
From the Evil Dead franchise. That's canon. We saw the Book of the Dead in the basement of Pamela Voorhees' home.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was number 6, something like that. That's canon. He's a Deadite. Just a neat little thing.
Yeah.
So when we talk to him, do we bust out the Ouija board, or we just talk to him directly?
I just think it shows how much restraint he has that he doesn't go around going, "I'll swallow your soul! I'll swallow your soul!"
Yeah, he doesn't talk at all.
Dead by God!
And may I mention, yes, he was a slow mover at first, but now he fucking sprints. That's even more terrifying.
Yeah, the remake with Survivalist Jason is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Just full on sprinting through the woods with the fucking machete raised. Yeah, fuck that. That's awful.
So, with that being said, Michael Myers, you're taking a very deep dirt nap, and your ass ain't getting another fucking trilogy.
It's true.
Chucky, yes, you are a strong candidate. You do have the heart of Dumbala. But let's be honest, Jason's gonna have some fucking fun playing golf with your ass at Crystal Lake.
What is it with you all and wanting to do stuff with my ass?
And wait a minute. Hold the fuck up. Like, didn't we both just pick Jersey boys for this fight too?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh fuck, 2 Jersey boys, damn.
He's from Hackensack.
Damn. Wow.
Is that supposed to be a pun?
No, like that's
no,
where Jason's from.
Both the characters are legitimately from Jersey. Yeah.
That's
Hackensack.
No, that's literally no. It's just that's the town in New Jersey. It's a real town.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking hilarious.
Not making a hacky sack joke by any means.
Nope, Hackensack. I will add an addendum to something I previously said in terms of continuity. There was the 2019 reboot of Child's Play.
I was just about to mention that, yeah.
With a Chucky that was voiced by Mark Hamill, where it was not a voodoo Damballa thing with a murderer in a doll's body. It's an AI gone wrong.
Yeah.
That only exists because the rights for Child's Play and Chucky are separate. And so the people who owned the Child's Play copyright decided to do it because they heard that Don Mancini was going to make a Chucky TV show, and they wanted to take the heat off of that.
How did that work out for them?
That show is selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, the show's doing amazing, and the movie came and went. I watched it. It was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
I much preferred the Prime continuity.
I'm the same with you on that one. Okay, so now we've done a rebuttal. Leaves us the final round of how will we dispose each other's papas.
Who comes in first, second, and third?
Oh no, that's the very end. Beardo, who would you like to see go up first?
Red.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm leaving Chucky for last because that's going to be a special little package. Gnome, Michael Myers not only lives in the sewers, he's going to fucking die there. Okay? So, Voorhees will be hacking you limb from limb, enough little bits to feed the rats for quite a bit. They'll be well fed. So Myers will be nothing but a big old mound of rat shit by the time Voorhees is done with him. Chucky, however, I think I would pay homage to one of the endings of Friday the 13th by not only, because he too is afraid of rats. They freaked him out at one point for Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
So for him, I put him in, I would say Voorhees would have a crate, put him unconscious, stick him in there with some rats, but then tie that box by chains with cylinders, throw him to the bottom of Crystal Lake, and leave him there. That's the way I believe Voorhees, or I would say Voorhees from me, would get rid of both your papas. Said my piece. I'm sticking to it. So who's next, Beardo?
Let's go with Gnome.
All right. So, I assume it's all three are in the same area, or would it just be one at a time?
Whichever you think. I went one at a time, not in the same area for me, but you go which way.
All right. So let's just do one at a time then. And my Mike Myers would go after Jason Voorhees in an easy route. Right by a high school party where he's going to be too busy trying to kill prevent unmarried teenage kids from having the sexual intercourse with his blade, and then my guys sneak up behind him, put a nice friendly pat on his shoulder, and then stab him in the fucking neck, and then rip off his head, and kick it like a soccer ball or whatever. Easy distraction. Man. That's how you distract Jason Voorhees long enough to kill him. And then with Chucky, you could just kick him repeatedly, like a little soccer ball. But he's a man in a doll's body, and he weighs like a man. His tiny little hands can't jump up 6 feet 5 inches to choke me. He would just catch him and then just spike him on the ground like the game-winning touchdown. And he's winning the Super Bowl, baby. And the ball is Chucky, and he's fucking right on the sidewalk, and just fucking showing him what's what. And just keep doing that until the Necronomicon can't save Chucky's fucking face anymore. Just pow, right on the pavement.
It's different franchises, but yeah.
The point stands.
All right. So that's it for me and Gnome. What do we got, Captain?
So it's interesting. Chuck's got a good sense of humor.
I don't think my guy laughs.
He's also got a violent streak, obviously. I think in terms of taking out Michael Myers, Chucky would feed on really the main thing that both of those characters have in common, which is just deep-seated childhood trauma. And pretend to just be a doll laying on the bed of the girl he's coming to murder. And then as he's raising the knife and is about to stab, go, my name's Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho! And when he looks over at it, you jump up, take his knife, and plant it right in his throat. And the blood spills everywhere, and Chucky's just laughing and covered in the blood. And then he turns around and he goes, amateurs never can finish the job. And then he kills the girl.
Damn.
That's how Michael dies. 2 for 1. That's how Chucky rolls. With Voorhees, I'm going to say that... I'm trying to think of why they would even be around each other.
Couple Jersey
Chucky,
boys?
Because the Jersey boys. Chucky can emulate other voices. So Chucky would have Pamela's voice coming out of his mouth. Be a good boy, Jason. Come here and pick up the doll, Jason. And then he comes and picks it up, and Chucky goes, ha, you fucking slut, and then stabs him in the eyes with forks, just all the way in. And because Jason's a die-die, he's going to have black ooze and stuff coming down. And then Chucky's going to ride him to the ground, and then it's a campground, I'm presuming, so there's going to be some sort of saw around, and he's going to, like, old-timey, just saw Jason's head off.
Oh.
While laughing maniacally the whole time, or maybe singing like "Off to work we go," like making some sort of lumberjack reference. That's very Chucky.
I thought he was going to be singing "Kumbaya" for a second there.
And then, yeah, both times he ends with maniacal laughter and some sort of pun, and that's how he would dispatch both of them. And then he'd get on the phone and go, "Hey Tiff, want to get together?" Because she would make it fun. I thought about bringing her in, but that would be cheating.
Pretty well good. Okay, Beardo. So for the 3 rounds, I want you to basically break it down point for point. Who gets the first point for first, second, and third. The person with the most points in the end wins the slasher edition of My Dad Can Kick Your Dad's Ass.
I thought I would just have to flat out say the winner. But okay, I have a couple questions first.
Okay, sure.
So all 3 guys, like Chucky, Michael Myers, and Jason Voorhees, they're all immortal, right? Like they can't die; they just keep resurrecting, right?
Chucky, in theory, can die.
Yeah.
But because his soul is linked with voodoo, no death so far has been permanent.
I see.
There may be gaps where he's gone for several years before someone does the voodoo ritual to bring him back. But yeah, he's never stayed dead.
Right.
For a long period of time.
And I had another question. I forget it right now, actually, though. You all make compelling arguments about who would win and your scenarios. Okay, so first round, who would I give the point to?
Yeah, who would you give the point to?
Where you're setting up.
Yeah, where we're doing introductions and whatnot. Who would you give the point to for that?
I would say Michael Myers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, who would you say for round 2? This is
when Mike Myers is just down there going, "Stay out of my sewer."
Round 2, I would give that to Chucky, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a 2-way tie.
Okay.
Now will it end in a 3-way tie?
And now
I think I'll have to name the winner. Just because a very, very eloquent and compelling argument made by Captain. Not only is he immortal, he's got the voodoo, the power of voodoo behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Voodoo,
you voodoo bitch.
He's doll size, so he's able to slip through the cracks and remain undetected, perhaps longer than Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees. He's able to use his charm, his wit, to befriend you and beguile you. And just as Captain said there at the end, he would stab you in the neck with his knife. So I think I'm going to have to give the award to Chucky.
Good shit. Congrats there. He's a 2-time champ now.
At least I was on the board this time.
I will admit, though, yeah, like for creativity, for getting rid of both Jason and Michael, that was very well done. I can't argue with that.
I just try to think about how he's a manipulator, and that's always what he's been good at. Convincing troubled kids, and there for a while he was trying to steal a body so he could be human again, but then he got to the point where he was just like, "I'm Chucky, the killer fucking doll," and he knows that's his fucking gimmick now. Though this season of Chucky, which the mid-season finale aired tonight, the rest of the episodes will be back next year. But Damballa has, at least currently, forsaken Chucky. And so Chucky's starting to age in the doll body.
Oh, shit.
And it's because he took part in that exorcism at the church in season 2.
Oh, fuck.
And so since he dabbled with another religion, Damballa's pissed at him.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
And it's like, you've been infected with Christianity. The worst kind. Catholicism.
I get to see the new season.
Walks in.
I want to see the new season so bad, man.
It's really good so far. It's good so far.
All right, boys. So I've been listening to a lot of music again lately.
Okay.
And I'm curious to know, have you ever... Your music changes. Your music taste has probably changed a lot over the years in some aspects.
That's it. So.
How has it?
Who would you want to answer that first?
and any of you guys, I'll throw my hat in the ring first, to clear the air, to really add some extra emphasis on this. So lately, for the past couple of years, I've been really listening to a lot of indie rock, like indie bands, period. Like a band called Two Door Cinema Club. Like Maximo Park again. I used to listen to those guys a lot, many, many years ago.
Okay.
A lot of shit that not a lot of people have heard of. Like a band called Wet Leg. They have a song called Wet Dream. That was my introduction to them, funnily enough. And it's a song about a guy having a dream about this girl, and he mixes a batch to it. And she brings it up to him. Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
The bass line to that song is funky as fuck, baby. So yeah, my music range typically was just things you could go on a mass rampage to, or things you could kill yourself to. There was not really an in between. Now lately, I've been listening to a lot of indie music. Things that I've never thought I would be listening to. Now I'm a fucking hipster, and I'm not going to admit it because
you just did
everything. No, I didn't. I'm in the closet.
This is a Michael and Trevor fucking GTA 5 moment.
Yeah.
Oh, so what happened if they move out here? Well, then I'll fucking move.
Well, yeah, that's how my music taste has changed. I listen to a lot of indie music and a lot of emo music too. It's not what I thought it was. It turns out there's a lot of fucking bangers that are saying.
Yeah. I think I'll take this one here. Like in high school, yeah, like mainly high school and even afterwards, like all I listened to was just metal. That's all it was. Whether it was like, 80s, 90s, 2000s, that's all I listened to at that time in my life. It was like metal or die. Over the years, though, I will say it's expanded quite a bit. That I'm pretty sure High School Red would kick my ass, but basically, I've gone to the lengths of like 80s, 90s hip hop and rap. Like especially like my go-tos for that was like NWA, Public Enemy. It was Cypress Hills, Beastie Boys, stuff like that. Some punk, Ramones, Rancid, that kind of stuff. As of late, though, I've gotten into a genre called dark synthwave. If you have ever heard of that, it's, to me, if you're in a mood for whether it be like cyberpunk, sci-fi, horror kind of music, where it is all instrumental and whatnot, but it has that tone and vibe, like something out of Blade Runner or something like that, and it's just like that dark tone of synthesizers, and it's actually been my go-to playlist for developing levels for games lately. I just hit like, can I name you any artists? Absolutely not. But
I recommend one for you, Red.
Huh?
Can I recommend one for you?
Shoot, I'm in.
Escape from New York by John Carpenter.
Ooh.
Title track especially.
Okay, I'll give that one a go.
Classic. But yeah, like good shit.
I'll absolutely go for it. Yeah, it's like usually I didn't get into stuff like dubstep or anything like that, but like dark synthwave, it's like it's very horror sci-fi kind of sound, and it's just, yeah, I just been, whether like driving to school and back or even just doing video editing and level building at home, like that's usually what I've been having on play on shuffle for like the past week or so. Just, I don't know, I love it. Great taste. What you got there, Captain?
My musical taste, I've always had a fairly eclectic taste. Like I like a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
Love me, grew up on Willie Nelson, outlaw country. Once I discovered like rock and metal, it didn't matter what generation it was from, whether it was 70s, 80s, 90s. I was going to enjoy it. I also really like 70s psychedelic and 80s new wave. I love like psychobilly shit, like the Cramps. I love ska music. So my shit's always been all over the place. I really don't think I still pretty much have the same taste in music that I had when I graduated high school 20 years ago.
Wow.
But I don't listen to the radio. I don't, in my car, I don't listen to music. I listen to audiobooks. So I just don't listen to a lot of music. So, like, the playlist at work played Kryptonite by Three Doors Down, and I was like, fuck yeah, let's fucking go.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
So, it's just, I'm still stuck in the 90s, I think, in terms of the type of 90s and early 2000s, like the Strokes and shit. Like, Is This It? That first album? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had to pick a certain era of music, if it wasn't what I'm currently listening to, lately it's been like 90s, 2000s that I've been listening to like the most. I would say. But yeah, I totally feel you on that. What would you say there, Beardo, for yourself?
How long is this episode? 3 hours, 4 hours?
We're only 45 minutes in.
So yeah, I wouldn't say it's changed. It's maybe evolved or expanded. I remember like the first genre of music I was really into back in high school was punk, like Green Day, The Offspring, Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
want to call those punk, I guess. But yeah, that's what I was listening to in high school, and then it slowly shifted to like Marilyn Manson, Ozzy. But lately, like as I've grown older, I've kind of realized I really don't like certain genres of music or subgenres of music, and I try to avoid those. Like modern country, I really don't like.
I'm with you on that. I can't stand that shit.
Oh no, it's sounds really fake. Or any really pop, some hyper pop, I guess is okay. But like, yeah, like I'm lucky where the job I have now, I could listen to music when I'm driving, and I started listening to the radio, and then about 2 or 3 days into it, I decided, fuck this, radio sucks.
Yeah.
And I went and bought Apple Music. So that's given me the opportunity to check out a lot more stuff I've been meaning to check out, but I just haven't. So yeah, I've gone back and listened to like Willie Nelson and a bunch of stuff. Like
Outlaw Country is the best.
Oh yeah, especially when driving.
Oh shit, yes.
Yeah.
I think
Willie
like
Nelson. Merle Haggard stuff
like
that.
Merle Haggard. Yeah. Well, that's later on, but yeah, I mean, it just makes me think of like Convoy.
Yeah.
I think if I had to find like an outlaw tune, like Waylon Jennings was my go-to, aside from Johnny Cash. Waylon Jennings, I'm the only hell my mama ever raised. I love that fucking tune. It sounds like a bar brawl tune, almost.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah, I like the music I listen to most nowadays is still like, I don't know if it's just because they had a re-release of their major label debut, but Green Day. I picked up like a 6 LP box set. I wish I had it right beside me so I could show you guys a 6 LP box set of Dookie, and it's got the base album and like the live from Woodstock recording and outtakes and demos and another live show. It's like a dream come true for a Green Day fan. Like I started playing guitar because of Green Day, and so lots of that. I love Barbershop Quartet. Believe it or not, like okay. I love the way they can produce overtones. Like Barbershop Quartet, four people singing, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes if they manage to hit a certain combination of notes just right, there's a fifth magical note that appears, and it's the most beautiful thing ever. So yeah, I love Barbershop Quartet. Classical music, I'm becoming a bigger fan of. Just anything that has like a good catchy melody, something that shows like you're proficient at your instrument, rather than just like some superficial beats or whatever. I'm not a fan of like a lot of modern metal, I guess, like deathcore stuff.
I can't get into that either.
Or death metal where they're just like
They are.
They are.
Bum, 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 bum.
I think
yeah,
I think
that's the whole album.
I think that's kind of where like I jumped off the train for metal, was like somewhere like by like 2010, because it all sounded the fucking same, and I was like, I'm good to hop off here.
Yeah.
You know?
You just got to find the right genre.
Like, there are some bands doing it better and differently. Like there's a subgenre called like cosmic death metal, I guess you could say, where it has like, the death metal bass, but they add psychedelic interludes and jazzy parts here and there.
I wouldn't say no to that. I think the last two genres of metal that I listened to the most, it was southern metal and stoner metal. Those were like the two genres that I listened to a lot.
Oftentimes they go hand in hand too.
Oh, fucking
southern
easily.
metal and stoner metal.
I think the main go-to band that I was listening to a lot was like Fireball Ministry.
Okay.
It's such a good band. If you haven't heard of them, Beardo, honestly, like, look them up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're such a good band. Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure I've heard a few songs.
Oh yeah.
For a little bit, I was really fucking with pirate metal, and
pirate
if you don't know what that is,
awesome.
Pirate
like Ailstorm.
Yeah.
Ailstorm was my shit. Yeah. I got actually like a lot of, for the few days I went to college, I got a lot of my friends into Ailstorm and Amon Amarth, which is Viking metal.
Ooh, yeah.
And we had a great fucking time. Yeah. I was the one like exposing all my friends to like weird ass shit that they were never ready for.
Yeah. God.
If you got a current band that is very varied in sound and genre, check out King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They're very prolific too.
Lizard Wizard.
I think one of my classmates sent me one of their songs to listen to while building levels, and I didn't mind them. They're actually pretty good. They
have metal albums. They have like fusion albums. Yeah, they're very across the board.
I don't know what song it was that I listened to, but the sound of it reminded me of Caius a bit. I don't know why.
Gizzard?
Yeah, a bit. If I could remember the song title, I would say it, but for some reason, it just made me think of like a little bit of Caius. That was about it. Don't know why, but it was a good jam.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, honestly, good topic on that one. No, that was really good. Now
there's one band there that's also putting punk back on the map. It's called The Chats, and it's just these Australian blokes that sing about real world problems, like how he got the clap, how he got his identity stolen, when people harass you when you're trying to take a smoke break.
Yep.
He sings about real world shit. Fucking great band. The Chats.
What are they called? The Chats.
The Chats. Yeah.
The Chats.
The Chats. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're goofy. Like one song, he's like talking about like he had intercourse with a lovely lady of the night, and he wore a condom and everything, but some things went awry, and he still got the clap. And his doctor's like, "Yeah, dude, you fucked up. You got the clap."
Oh boy.
Great song. Yeah.
So
that's all I got.
One thing, because I believe we were speaking about this before recording. Captain brought it up about some games we've all been playing. Get like now being on Halloween, even during October, like what's the horror game or horror experience in games that's grabbed us or got our attention the most? Captain, I'll let you take the floor on this one.
Yeah, so I mean, really, the only two things I've been playing recently. I mean, obviously, my love for Cyberpunk is very well documented on this podcast. But yeah, the DLC, if you go down a certain path, it becomes Alien Isolation.
Fuck!
Where an robot controlled by AI from beyond the Black Wall is trying to kill you. And I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours in Cyberpunk, and I had never died as many times as I died in that sequence.
Fuck.
But yeah, I mean, you take one wrong turn, you go one wrong doorway, and that thing is putting a giant drill through your chest, and you have to look down in first person and see it. Yeah, absolutely terrifying, that whole sequence, and lots of other just spooky shit with the black wall shit that happened in DLC. So really good. But now I'm playing Spider Punk. I mean, yes, the costumes in there.
Absolutely.
Spider-Man 2 on PS5.
I'm jealous.
And yeah, the Venom, all the Venom stuff, from just the black suit to eventually it being Venom. It's all so good. Like at one point, I don't think this is a spoiler since everyone knows that Venom's in the game. We've seen Peter in the black suit. Peter's wearing the black suit and he's talking to someone who could potentially help him remove it, or destroy it. And when they say that, the suit like becomes more like tendrily, like the texture of it, like it's not smooth anymore. And like there starts to be like little cuts in the eyes, and Peter says, "You want to destroy us?" And it's the first time that the plural is used for the symbiote, and it's just like, oh, fuck.
I've seen some video footage like from like Let's Players playing Spider-Man 2, and I looked it up, and it's fucking Candyman who's voicing Venom.
Yeah, the fucking Tony Todd, baby.
And I'm like, that's sick. And then I think the opener of fighting Sandman. Oh my god, I'm jealous. Like
that was a really good like intro mission to give you like the new gadgets and stuff and the new abilities like the web wings. And then there's a whole game-long quest, like collectible mission, also to do with Sandman.
I think I saw bits of that, yeah.
So that's really cool. Yeah, there's some really fucked up shit with Mysterio. Yeah, it's a great game, but there's a lot of really dark moments in it.
Oh, man, like just fucking port it to PC already, damn it.
Yeah, you'll get it in 2025.
Fuck. I'm too broke to even like put money down on a PS5, and I know like at school, like we were talking about it, and our instructor's like, is it really worth it dropping the money for just one game? I'm like, dude, if I didn't have consequences, I would drop that shit for that game right now.
And I would bully you relentlessly because you're a fucking nerd for it.
Proud of it, fucker.
Your words hurt.
I mean, it's one of the reasons I went ahead and upgraded to PS5 because I knew it was coming this year.
Oh, meh.
I'll do the wait for Steam. I waited for games for a long time when they never bought them when they came out.
I really hope it's not a 2-year wait like they say it is, like, because I know like they probably got DLC stories planned for it. I'm guessing.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Which that's great. You're making the game have more longevity with it, but still, it's just fuck. Put on PC.
I'd say they'll probably follow the path that the first one did with 2 DLCs.
Or wasn't there 3?
No, was there 3?
Yeah, I remember there was one with Black Cat, one with Hammerhead, and then I know there's a third one.
Was there a Sable centric one or something?
Yes, that was the one. That like because they all connected together. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the Miles Morales came out afterwards, which wasn't a DLC, but kind of was just an expansion.
Not a full length game. It wasn't very long, but it was good though. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What games have you been playing for the season there, Beardo?
I've been playing a game called Lies of P.
I've heard of this.
I think Captain dropped in one of my streams about a week ago.
Nice.
It's kind of a telling of or it's based on the fairy tale of Pinocchio. It's very Souls-like, Dark Souls and Bloodborne. It's got the aesthetic of Bloodborne with the gameplay of Sekiro. So it's very fast combat, very challenging combat, and it's blown me away so far. It's got gameplay elements that I wish were in Bloodborne. Like you regain your last healing potion after you use it. If you hit the enemy enough times, you just regain it back, and other like quality of life improvements. The story is very compelling. It draws me in. That's, I think, the thing that makes me want to play it more and keep playing it is the story. So it's like you're based in a city called Krat, which is a kind of a Victorian looking city in Europe somewhere. Okay. And there's in the intro cutscene, they show, I guess, explorers coming across the city and finding some magical mineral called ergo. And they use the ergo to either create puppets, which are like robots or slaves, basically. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they use that ergo to give them power. And somewhere along the lines, it's been corrupted, and the puppets started turning on the humans, and that's basically the start of the game.
God damn.
Yeah. So it's not like a straight up horror game, but it does have horrific elements to it.
Oh, I would still consider it like that.
Yeah, it's basically like Bloodborne 1.5. If you guys ever played Dante's Inferno,
yeah,
on the PS3,
yeah, I played that on my 360. Good game.
Okay, yeah, because that came out right before God of War 3, I think.
Yeah,
so that was like perfect kind of stopover until God of War 3. So this Lies of P could be the perfect kind of stopping point between, or kind of something to hold you over until whatever From Software puts out next.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I remember playing Dante's Inferno back in the day. And I remember like the marketing campaigns for that game was so controversial. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember their campaign called like Sin to Win?
I don't remember that, no.
I think it was EA, and like they were like making these like marketing things of like sin to win, so you had to like have video or photo evidence of committing one of the 7 deadly sins to like
That's
win.
fucked.
Oh, like it went all over the place. They even had like a religious protesting group stage like at E3.
I can imagine, yeah.
You know, like they even sent like to other like marketing offices, like for what was it? They sent a parcel package there to promote the game, but they were all like different forms of the 7 deadly sins, and one of them for Wrath, they opened the box and it was like bloody brass knuckles in like a wooden box. Like, holy shit, dude. Like their marketing was all over the fucking place, and yeah, it got so much controversy because of it. And
but it sold the game.
Well, it did sell the game, but like I remember hearing a lot of people saying like, "Oh, this is a God of War ripoff," which they're not wrong. The gameplay was like it, but when God of War 3 came out, like people forgot about Dante's Inferno pretty quick because like Kratos was back, you know, which I get it, bigger name, but yeah, I was kind of hoping for a sequel to Dante's Inferno because that was a good game. I liked it.
Yeah, it's like perfect for if you want more God of War, but you've played through God of War 1 and 2 already.
Yeah, it's something to like, you know, like a filler till the next one, I would say.
Yeah.
Gnome, any games, horror, by any chance you've been tinkering around with?
For the I'm thinking about playing the Metro games again, just for shits and giggles.
Okay. I still have yet to finish a Metro game.
It counts. Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're horror. There's in the first one, if you stand too close to a certain thing of pipes, your guy goes insane and dies.
Just hallucinogens or what?
Cosmic horror, I would think.
Yeah.
Maybe the pipes are definitely haunted because you can hear like people laughing and all that, and then your character just drops dead if you stand too close to them. And then there's like this scene in that same area. You're walking in this abandoned subway tunnel, and like you'll see ghosts and shit with like silhouettes of them. And then you have to like stand off to the side while a silhouette train just flies by. And if it makes contact with you, your character just his heart stops and he dies. And so It's got like shit like that in there and all that. Great fucking game.
I'll have to like pick those up again. Like I do have all 3 of them right now on my PC. I just haven't gotten around to playing them yet. I think there's like 2 games I've been playing lately. Actually no, 3. One came out early access not too long ago, and it's an indie game, Forgive Me Father 2, which it is on Steam, and I highly recommend it, even getting the first one. But it's a first-person shooter set in HP Lovecraft. But the thing is like, it's a mixture of 2D and 3D, where it looks like a comic book, like come to life. Very dark, cosmic horror, finding keys to access different areas, shooting a bunch of fucking hellish monstrosities. Amazing soundtrack, by the way. They did not pay me to give them a shout out, but I don't fucking care. They're amazing. They're an indie company. I highly recommend them. But yeah, definitely go check out whether Forgive Me Father 1 or 2. And I believe, Captain, I think you seen me stream the first Forgive Me Father last time I streamed on Twitch. There was like little Easter eggs to horror. Yeah, and highly recommend those games. Aside from that, I did grab the Ghostbusters remastered from the Ghostbusters game from like 2009.
Oh, I liked that game. I haven't played the remastered one.
It's about the same. I have a few issues with some of the mechanics, but it's nothing that would, wreck my nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
It's still a good time. And then if there's anything newer that's not indie, on sale I grabbed Dead Island 2. Which,
is that any good?
I enjoy it. Being that I went to Los Angeles last year, like that's where it's all set, and they call it Hell A. But they copied shit like scale to scale. Like the detailing is insane for how accurate they got it for Los Angeles. The story so far doesn't seem very long, but is very open world in sections though. Like you can go back to like certain areas, like you can go from like Bel Air to like the Sunset Strip and whatnot, to do like side missions and such. The whole cast of characters that you have to choose from, like it's very Zombieland with this one.
That's fun.
Like the beginning is like all these characters and like whatever citizens are trying to get like evacuated by airplane, until of course someone's infected on the plane and the military tell it to shoot the plane down, and it shows a frozen shot of the plane crashing midair, and your characters is like the select screen and like each of their airline seats. Like one's just chilling back with like a Jack and Coke, looks like Lenny Kravitz almost, while the other one looks like a roller derby girl just like socking a fucker in the jaw the entire time. It's just it's very funny and so good.
And then in the last seat is Devon Sawa.
It wouldn't fucking surprise me, man. Oh yeah,
it's a Final Destination joke for those who didn't get the deep cut.
Yeah, like Dead Island 2, like would I recommend it paying full price for the game? Not really. If you can get it for like half or less, absolutely get it. It's fun. It looks amazing visually. The mechanics are really good too. Like there's like not only can you craft certain weapons like to, give a little more punch to them, but if you knock down a zombie, you can like full on like curb stomp their head like to kill them off quick. The biggest thing I got to give them credit for is their gore mechanics. So like when you run up to a zombie and like you just take a swing right at their head, each swing you see like the like every step of like decay and damage on their head. So like by the time you're done like bludgeoning this fucker, half the jaws just like hanging there, like you see like a couple odd teeth to like their whole face is just caved in and on the ground. Like it's insane for that level of detail. I couldn't recommend that game even like any more than that. But yeah, honestly, good fucking grab.
It's first person, right?
Yeah, it's a first person game. Yeah. Doesn't start off slow by any means. Like you get right into it and it's so fucking fun. Oh my god. But
I was working at EB Games when the first game came out.
Oh yeah,
like 10 years ago or whatever. And I've never seen the store that busy. Like it was packed all day. Everybody wanted to buy Dead Island.
Yeah,
it was like there was a line wrapped up around the whole store.
I remember when
all day
when the first one came out. Like you couldn't fucking find it. I went like in one evening. I went to like 6 different game shops and they didn't have it. I was like, fuck, can I put my name on one when one shows up? Like, yeah, won't be here for like a couple weeks, so fuck. I was like, all right, well, fucking slap my name on it, whatever.
It was this shit for like a month or so.
Oh yeah, like it's up there with like Left 4 Dead when like the second wave of zombie craze came a thing. Anything zombie, like that was the hottest sell right there. Even like with Undead Nightmare, like people went so fucking nuts for that, dude. Just, oh my god. Yeah. But anything else Halloween season, spooky wise, you guys are on your radar for?
I just watched a movie today. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Totally Killer.
I've been looking to watch that. Is that good?
Yeah, I really liked it. If you like movies like Happy Death Day to You or Freaky, I think this is right in that exact vein. Where our protagonist, her mother was friends with some girls that were murdered 35 years ago. And what they called the Sweet 16 murders. All 3 of them were 16. All 3 were stabbed 16 times. Same killer, who is just at large. No one, never caught. After that unfortunate incident, our protagonist ends up time traveling 35 years back to the day of the first murder. And now she's going to try to stop it from ever happening. So it's Back to the Future. But again, in the same vein as Happy Death Day to You or Freaky, where it's a lot of humor, a lot of self-referential. But yeah, Kiernan Shipka, who played Sabrina in the Netflix Sabrina show, she's the protagonist. And yeah, it's solid. I really liked it.
I remember seeing like the trailer for that, and it just looked bonkers when I saw it. And when it got to like hanging out with the kids from the 80s, like having pot for the first time, and it was like in a little baggie. It's like, like this thing ain't shit. Like we have edibles, you know, in the future where it's like you go to the fucking moon or something like that. It's like, yeah, we have fucking like high dose edibles.
Well, she looks at the bag of weed and she's like, this is just stems. And the girl's like, yeah, it's a plant. And she's like, oh my god, weed is so much better in the future. Like, awesome. 80s weed sucked. Yeah, no, it's a good moment. Yeah, they reference all the stuff. They reference Scream and Back to the Future, and like I said, it's a very meta flick that doesn't take its science seriously at all, which is what you need in something like that. When you're dealing with time travel, like just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for that, and I know my wife and I both want to go watch that as well. Might have to on Halloween. Who knows? Yeah, shit. I think like aside from like Five Nights at Freddy's, like I think that might be the only other film I may want to check out. I know there's one on Shudder. I don't know if it's rather new, but it's called Skinamarink or something like that.
Oh man, I couldn't get through it.
Oh, it's that bad?
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna say it's bad.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it's bad. I think that there was a lot of interesting stuff. It's just not for me. It's an art piece, so take that as you will.
Okay.
But yeah, I got like 25, 30 minutes into it, and I was like, I can't. This is not for me. Other people that I know have watched it and absolutely loved it. And so, hey, again, I'm not going to say it's bad. Just it's go in with an open mind, but it's an art piece. It's the equivalent of someone standing on a stage going, rabbits, 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 rabbits.
What the fuck?
So, yeah. Beardo gets what I mean. Like a one-person stage show that they wrote themselves.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shit.
Like Seth Rogen did.
Looks like The Room.
Oh, God.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
I did not hit her. I did not.
Written, directed, produced, financed by Tommy Wiseau.
I remember.
Maybe a space alien. Let's be real.
I remember you guys making that joke, thinking like Red just did everything. He's just like his name's on all the fucking credits. Oh man. What about you, Beardo or Gnome? Any horror flicks or shows that's been on your radar? Ones you're looking forward to? No?
I haven't really watched any horror movies this year yet. I should though. I should.
My eyes are on Iron Lung, but that doesn't seem like it's coming out anytime in the immediate future.
No. Markiplier from YouTube is directing the Iron Lung movie, which is based on a horror, an indie horror game that's actually on Steam, where essentially like you're on like this cosmic planet that's covered in like oceans of blood, and you're like stuck in this like iron lung submarine getting photos of like different areas. Like I have not played the game. I know very few that have, but I'm surprised so fast of how it's getting its own film. So
I mean, I'm very excited to see like how what the film looks like, because I watched like gameplay of it, of the actual game, and it's one of those fucking super low poly games made by some company that like all they do is crank out games like that.
Yeah,
and that's it looks like one worth watching for sure.
Oh yeah,
super low poly was Gnome's nickname in high school.
No, it was Real Cool Guy.
The Real Cool Guy?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was called Fatty 2x4.
I was about to say, did you tell yourself that in the mirror?
Today they're gonna call you Real Cool Guy, and then later they're slapping my lunch out of my fucking hands.
There's now I come to think of it, there's a horror film. I don't know if it's already in theaters or it's already left. Thanksgiving. There was
Eli Roth.
Yeah, one. And I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet either.
That happens every year. It's when I get together with my family.
I do kind of picture an Eli Roth movie. It's just Hostel at Gnome's house for Thanksgiving.
And all they do is bully me.
Yeah, like it's just, from what I see of it, it's just a slasher film set on Thanksgiving, and it's like this.
Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, and I don't think there's ever been that many like horror films based around Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving there is, yeah, but like not many.
No, yeah, it doesn't get the love that like Christmas gets.
No,
in terms of slashers.
I will admit, Black Friday, that was a freaking sweet flick.
I like that one. That's the one with Bruce Campbell, yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
So many good names in that one. Like
what was Thanksgiving about? Oh, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. Go for it. I'll let you take the reins on this one, Captain. I don't know if I've seen this one.
What, Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if I've seen that one.
God, it's been so long since I watched it.
Because
it's bad.
Yeah.
What would be a great movie is just a great Thanksgiving horror movie. It's just a family, enjoying a nice Thanksgiving dinner, and then an uncle says the wrong thing, and then someone in the family snaps and then just starts stabbing everyone individually.
And then they take that fight to the Black Friday deals. At the mall.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I had to look it up. Yeah, it's a killer turkey. It's terrible. There did 2 of them, but the second one is called Thanksgiving 3. And
there was more than one?
Yeah, they made 2 of them.
Oh, good
But
God.
the second one is called Thanksgiving 3, and at the start of it, they reference everything that happened in Thanksgiving 2, which doesn't exist.
Amazing.
What the fuck?
So where's the second one?
It doesn't exist. It exists in the clips at the beginning of Thanksgiving 3.
I know there was like some game many years ago where it doesn't start off with, like, oh, this is the first one. No, right off the bat, they're very cocky and confident, saying, this is the third game. You don't know about the other 2. The other 2 never fucking happened. It was just a marketing ploy to be like, oh, they must be a successful series if they've made 2 of them already.
I'll actually tell you this right now. Like, I know we were talking about games not too long ago, but one that actually disappointed me was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game.
Because it was just Dead by Daylight again?
Well, yeah, it was. But the thing is that, like, it fails on a lot of things. The balancing is the huge issue. Like, you could be starting, like, first time playing it, and you'll get, like, hit against, like, people who are, like, level 30. I'm like, you don't have a shot at this game. And
so, like real life.
Yeah. No shit. Fresh out of the womb. Fuck. But like, the thing is, like, it's more fun playing the killer, but it's incredibly stressful to play the survivor. And like, yes, in horror film, that's how it goes. But like, you're set up to fail so much because like, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. You get killed so fast, you don't even have a chance. And
that's some cabin in the woods shit.
Oh, it's just amazing. I would like to see a game based off that. Like, come on,
dude, it could be so good because it could be one of those games where you get a lot of different playthroughs because it would select a different set of villains each time.
Yeah, the only
it would be like a D&D roll. Like when you get to that point, it would be like a roll a D100.
Yeah,
and whatever it lands on is oh, they got undead redneck torture family. Oh, they got mermaid.
And the only way I would want to see this multiplayer is like 4 players versus the AI of
I would want it as like a single player experience, like Dark Pictures.
Oh yeah, that too. Like that would be a good experience as well. Like have either or. You know what I mean? Like we went off on this tangent of like multiplayer games shouldn't be the only damn thing out there. But yeah,
that's true.
But anyway, yeah, like it's just gonna same thing as we brought up before. It's gonna have a shelf life of 6 months, and people are gonna forget. It's gonna be like a wet fart.
Yep.
But yeah,
unless it follows you around. No one forgets wet fart that stinks and follows you around. That means you pooed your pants.
So just a dirty whisper lost to the wind.
Oh man. Yeah. And like it's suffering the same fate as it did for Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Because like
I mean that, to be fair, that got caught up in a lot of licensing issues. I would say it suffers more of the fate of the Ash versus Evil Dead game.
Well, the thing is, because like didn't like different
because they've already stopped support on that one.
Oh yeah, that's done. Same with Friday the 13th. Like I think at the end of the year, Friday the 13th is getting pulled off Steam and all online stores you could buy it from. They said that you could still play it, but they won't address any issues or be fixing anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and like
Friday the 13th way more than Dead by Daylight by a long shot.
Yeah, like Dead by Daylight, it's fun and all, and like you got some big name killers in there, but it gets old fast. Like you're doing the same shit. Get the generator going and escape, and like I don't know, like you shouldn't have it too complicated as Texas, and you shouldn't have it so easy as Dead by Daylight. You got to find a happy medium where there's another mode of some sort.
Friday the 13th was like the perfect combination because it gave you multiple options of like how to get out.
Yeah, whether to like get the pieces to the car to escape, call the authorities, survive till
The
dawn
boat.
or something like that. Yeah, boat as well too. But it was just as terrifying to like for Jason to like teleport anywhere. And as you're trying to escape in the car, he could just like 20 feet in front of you, just show up in front of the car and just one Hulk smash right to the hood. Your car's totaled. And then you're having to like get out and run. It was just, yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. It really is. But yeah, hopefully there'll be more better horror games coming out soon. Like I haven't heard any release date for the new Dark Pictures. I hope that didn't get scrapped.
No, I mean they've
Yeah.
got all of them announced already, so I'd say it's just a matter of time.
They better hurry the fuck up. That's all I gotta say. We're tired of waiting.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also nervous.
Yeah, I don't know, but
The last one was solid, but the one in the desert was meh.
No, that wasn't good. So, being that we got 5 minutes left on this episode here, Beardo, tell us what has been going on with you Twitch streaming, YouTubing. You're a jack of all trades on the social medias. Tell us what the hell has been going on, my dude.
Well, not a lot, maybe some, but like I have a full-time job, so I don't have a lot of time to stream or make videos like I used to. But yeah, like I try to stream whenever I feel like it, basically, like after work, 2 times a week. Twitch.tv/Beardo Cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just playing a game like off camera and something funny happens, I try to clip that and maybe try to make that into like a funny highlight. Or if I watch another video on YouTube and I find something funny, I try to make that into a separate short or something. I want to start doing more like music videos on YouTube as well. I have a few ideas. Like I'm not gonna say exactly what they are, but one involves Iron Maiden and yeah, just interesting stuff that I've noticed no one else talks about on YouTube that I think I could fill that void.
I will say,
go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I will say this: I've enjoyed your Name the Riff shorts. I look forward to that every time, and like they're very recognizable. I fucking love them. And it's just like, before I even comment, I'm like, okay, how many of his followers already said this shit? And like, I'll just like one of them. Because yeah, like I always enjoy that. Anytime where it's just like, it's like, quick, what is this? It's like, It's like, let's see how good my memory is.
No, yeah, I want to start like doing those again, because it's been a few months, I think, since I've done that.
Yeah.
But if you listen closely to those, you know it's not the actual riff. It's always off by a few notes.
Yeah, it's off by a few notes, or it's like a different pitch sometimes. And I'm just like, dude, you can't fool me with that shit. I know exactly what you're trying to play.
But some people are like, dude, your guitar's out of tune and whatever. But it's like, you're missing the point. I'm playing it wrong on purpose.
It'll be like recite the alphabet backwards, and you just like face your back towards the camera and just start playing riff.
I actually made an effort to like memorize the alphabet backwards maybe a year ago.
Oh shit!
But ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLJIHGFEDCBA. Could be wrong at some points.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know better.
You got me fooled.
That's just from memory. That's from memory. So a few letters could be wrong.
Man, like, you know how like they do like the field sobriety test, and like, all right, say the alphabet backwards. Does the cop that asked the question, does he know the alphabet backwards?
It's like, let's just hold the most impossible thing, and like we could just fucking write them up or take them to the drunk tank, whether drunk or not. It's like, the fuck.
I can't even say the alphabet sober.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I'm not incriminating myself, officer. I'm not high, but I wouldn't be able to say it forward sober.
Yeah.
So asking you to do this absolutely piss hammered. It's just cheating.
So I will say this, guys. It's been another amazing episode. Another great Halloween episode. Beardo, thank you so damn much for joining us once again, brother.
Man.
You know you are always welcome back on the show any fucking time. So with this sign off, as I sign off your names, I want you guys to give me your favorite horror movie for it. So, Beardo,
The Exorcist.
Captain,
Cabin in the Woods.
Gnome,
Tucker and Dale versus Evil, baby.
and for me, I'm gonna go Evil Dead 2, baby. We are the Bpgn podcast with guest starring Beardo Nation, and we will see you on the next episode. As always, Excelsior.